let's get this party started. Hopefully, y'all had a great day today. It wouldn't be allegedly because he was charged.
Welcome to speak. Welcome to speak.
Why, those must be some good wings.
Who you with, Kurt Dog?
Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. Who You With, Kurt Dog. Want to welcome everyone to the show. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, D Live, Twitter is in the house, as well as Anchor.fm. You can always go and subscribe to the channel on Anchor.fm and be a part of the show. You can take the show on the road. Also, uh, I'm trying to see what's going on. I can't read that for some reason. But also, you know what day it is. It's Thursday. My little sister from another mother is in the house. Now see that y'all not supposed to hear that just yet. I don't know why it's playing in my ear. See, it must be Halloween time because things just not going my way today. Um, but hey, we do have technical issue. Um, for some reason, text that to me, Risky. For some reason, it's not. It's blocked. I can't see it, but text it to me. But yeah, Miss Risky is in the wing waiting, and oh, okay, I see what you're talking about now. Uh, Forget about the story that came up saying talking about Troy Anthony Spunks and all of that. Don't worry about that. Didn't change it, but tonight we're gonna be talking about the Hazard at Hazard High School in Kentucky. We're gonna talk about the pep rally, how you feel about it, and what questions do you have about it, and then we're gonna hit on some more things also. So let's stand by. I think Magara is Miss Risky. Are you ready? You said no. Oh, oh, I know what you said. She said, I'm always ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Risky is in the house.
It's close. I said I was born ready.
Oh, well, well, of course. Yeah, I for some reason the message went up too far and it's behind some things and I can't see it. But I guess you were saying that the alert when it came out it said the old story.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure when that was.
Yeah, that was actually a couple of days ago. So I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna um put it back. I'm gonna change some things up a little bit. I can't go back and change it right now, but I could just put what the subject is for the night in the chat. So yeah, I was rushing, try to you know how it
You're
is.
a Russian? I thought you was black.
Trying to start on time, but we was what 2.5 minutes late. And then I did the double play thing countdown. I was like, okay. I didn't think about that. I was trying to do some other things. But how was your week?
Same as usual. I mean, I was ripping and running, running and ripping. And today, with the weather, like I love fall. It's one of my favorite times of the year. But it doesn't love me. Like the sinus pressure is real. But at least I can function. Like it's not, it's just nagging right now. So there's no pain or nausea, it's just there.
Exactly.
If people act ignorant today on these chats or these messages, don't be surprised if I snap, crackle, and pop. Because that's the kind of mood I'm in right now. Because it's just like nagging.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of the chats a little bit later because we're actually we've been doing this segment like sometime when we get emails or messages or stuff we'll read some of them, so we'll go into that a little bit later because I'll tell you about the one I received, so we'll talk about that later on. And I know what you said also, but before we go any further, I want to wish my baby girl a happy 21st birthday. I love you. And
She
can't wait to
legal
do.
now. You
Yeah,
can I know.
but don't try it. Her daddy's still cuckoo for Cocoa Puff for his little girl. So don't try it. Yeah, but happy 21st birthday to you, baby girl. I love you. Um, but that's what we're dealing with today. And we're going to talk about Halloween since it's coming up Sunday. Talk about what you have plans for. I know it's a lot of party going on. Uh, I've seen some glow in the dark masks going on. So hey, you got to be safe. So my allergies is messed up too, because when that wind change and it's like, whoo wee, I don't know if I'm coming or going sometime. So
Yeah, I'm just glad today there was very little correspondence I had to deal with today at work. So I took a few quick little cat naps,
ain't
you
nothing
know,
wrong with a cat
periodically
nap.
making sure the computer doesn't go off. But I was
Mm.
just like, oh my gosh, I was just like that. I just wasn't, I didn't feel like doing anything. Like I was gonna start, finish up some projects that I have, start working on the end of year thing that we've been talking about. So no history is gonna happen until I complete that because that's gonna take on a lot of my time doing research and things like that. So
Exactly. Um, and whatever happened to your friend that was talking about coming on the show, talking about her yoga?
I don't know. Did she reach out to you? Did you reach out to her?
No, she didn't. You know what? I've been very busy. I'm actually strolling through my email now. Make sure she didn't send me an email, but I don't see anything from her.
I don't know. We probably need to like actually set something up in stone instead of just like winging it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and you need to reach out and see exactly what she does so you can incorporate that into a show or something.
Well, she's supposed to be sending me her information.
Okay. I'll reach out to her and have her send you some stuff.
Yeah. Um, and so we'll figure that out. And um, I've done yoga before, and it was let's
You're
just say don't be
relaxing and
behind me.
loosening.
Yeah, don't be behind me. That's all I can say. Don't be behind me. But no, but yoga is very relaxing. A lot of people do take it, and there's nothing wrong with it personally. But um, it actually help you relax. I think I like the part
Not
of
me. I ended up getting more stressed out. It's too
well,
slow paced for me.
I think I like the part of sitting there when you lay there and just relax. Then all of a sudden you hear.
Yeah. See, I don't know how to relax. That's my problem
I
because
think
my
that
mind
was
is
the
always
best part about
going.
it.
And then I start thinking of other things. I'm like, we still on the same pose? And then I get
Hey,
irritated and frustrated, and then I'm just like annoyed. So
no, okay.
I can do Pilates, which is kind of like it incorporates some yoga moves, but it's more, there's more movement.
Is that the one where you do the plank? Uh, uh,
I mean, there's a lot of things you do to plank on. It's not
well,
necessarily known for that, but it's just like it I think it's more to do with stretching and core strengthening.
that might been a core strengthening, but I used to go to a place to work out, and um, and I did it one day. So I'm in there, and it was hot. It was hot because this workout place is anywhere from 100 to 130 degrees, something like that.
Yeah, so
But
you did
I
hot
said
yoga.
I did bites mostly, but I decided to do the hot yoga. Um, so I go in there, and it had you to lay on your stomach, and you had to raise your hands up off the ground and your feet up off the ground. And I said, this ain't for a man my size. This don't work too good. So, but it was some of the things I did. Um, I did it. I enjoyed it. Um, so it was fun. But I know we've been talking. Um, the subject um, um, of the day. It came out last night. I was trying to do a show last night. I was exhausted last night. So I didn't get a chance to do a show last night. But I started receiving text message last night. Shout out to the fans that sent me a text, sending me a text message and check this out. So I'm like, cool. Looked on there and I'm like, what the R. Kelly are we looking at? Uh, so I know you've done more research on this situation. So we're actually, if you're looking at the title, most platform gonna have their own subject for the night. So that's why I'm putting it at the bottom, for you can actually see what we're talking about tonight. And so it's not about Troy Anthony Smarts or Timothy Smickens, nothing like that. Um, so if you're just not tuning in, this is what we're talking about: the hazard of going to high school at a hazard high school, and more. So that's the subject for tonight. So Miss Risky, I know you've been doing research on this
Not
between.
necessarily, but it just popped up on my stream. So apparently, this is apparently nothing new. This school has a history of doing things like this, like these homecoming events. So this took place in Hazard, Kentucky, where male students, minor students, dressed in lingerie and gave lap dances to the staff. And when I say staff, I mean like staff, faculty, whatever. The principal is in one of the photos getting a lap dance by a young man in like a teddy. Yeah. And other photos, somebody's getting spanked. Um, but yeah, they're full on wearing lingerie, bikinis, and all this stuff. Um, and the pictures clearly, and understandably went viral. Um, and so this took place on October 26th. Um, excuse me. So the superintendent, Sandra Combs, she had to put out a notice or a letter um, talking about this. I'm like choking all of a sudden. Pardon me. Um, she states that I'm going to read the letter she put out. Late in the evening on October 26, 2021, I was made aware of concerns raised by photographs that were posted on the Hazard High School athletics page. The first thing I did, October 27th, was initiate an investigation into the incident. I found photos of inappropriate student led activities that has since surfaced on social media. The district has the responsibility to address these issues that arise out of high school based activities. As a district, we are doing just that. Let's see, she goes on to state that they're addressing questions around the incidents. She's stating that these events were part of a homecoming festival that were driven by students, and that they pretty much welcome and foster the creativity in their students when it comes to these events. So, they kind of have like free range or creative licensing when it comes to these school events. Um, and she states that Spirit Week at Hazard High School has a long and celebrated tradition. Homecoming activities were planned as a celebration for students, staff, and school community. All were intended to be fun and good natured. However, the activities did not play out as intended. Um, And it seems like she states that this has never been an issue in the prior years, but I'm going to guess that we just didn't have they didn't have the social media pool from this, because I think there are images from previous years. We didn't have time to determine if the videos and other pictures that are online um, were of that school. I shared something with Kerdog, and it took place in 2011, where parents were jokingly making out with their students' kids, um, just as a prank for one of their events. And again, I was trying to find more information on that to find out if it was that, in fact, that school or not, but we ran short of time trying to lay this all out. So she goes on to state that appropriate disciplinary action has been taken following the investigation. As it is a personal matter, we are not allowed to disclose any further information regarding the specifics of discipline. Moving forward, Student Activity Committee will be developed to review all student-led activities, which should prevent any skits from being performed in the future. Um, and she states that they value the students' creativity, but they must make sure that it's focused in the appropriate direction, and they'll be more diligent towards the goal in the future. They also will be taking steps to train um, the faculty and staff on the policies and procedures with all district staff and SBDMs. I'm not sure what that is, to ensure this doesn't happen again. She states that using this as a teachable moment will provide social media training for students and staffs, and that pretty much sounds like they want to keep doing their activities, but they want to keep it on a low, so it's not going viral. Because, like I said, there was some stuff that were posted, but I couldn't confirm if that had been their school. And so let's see. She ends at the end of the day. The lighthearted activity simply got out of hand, and for that we apologize. In the future, we strive to keep a lighthearted, fun nature of school activities without the inappropriate behavior. We will continue to seek to involve our students and foster their creativity, but with more direction. They are young, and we will be there to offer better guidance for their ideas in the future. We love our students and only want to provide them with the best education and foundation for a successful life. And she states that we only ask that not uh, uh, we only ask that not judge a district with a century-long tradition of striving for excellence on a single incident where fun trumped judgment. Um, so yeah, so that's the little. It's actually 2 pages long um, letter that she wrote, but like I said, I don't think this is anything new. I think they just got caught up in a scandal, and in the days like you said, what in the R. Kelly is going on in here? Everybody's being scrutinized and being reviewed under a microscope. But when you have students who live on social media, and maybe back then, it wasn't so like their dirty laundry wasn't out there because they didn't post it or they were into the fun. And now people are trying to be insta famous. And look at this, I gave my principal a lap dance, and I was in lingerie.
But hold
But
on.
yeah, those wore Hooters outfits. So yeah,
But
it's
hold
crazy.
on, Miss Risky. The principal, he's not just the principal though.
Oh Lord, what else is he?
He's the mayor of the city.
Not the mayor of the city.
I just read this other story that said, uh, let me see where said Hazard Independent Superintendent Sandra Combs on Wednesday confirmed that she was investigating social media photo of homecoming activity at Hazard High School that showed a cloud of male teenager giving lap dances to staff, including the principal, who is the Hazard mayor. So,
But look at the smile on
I,
his face. Hold on, I was looking at so let me see if I can get look at, he happy.
oh yeah, he's a matter of fact. Somebody
He
they
was having
call
a
him Donna.
grand old time.
They call him Donna Happy Mobiling. Uh, however pronounce his last name. They put Happy as
Yeah,
his
there are
middle
lots of
name.
images of him enjoying lap dances, getting grinded on, um, other male participants. Uh, like, what is that?
Yeah,
Like,
that ain't
it's
good.
disturbing. Oh, and then here, yeah, I don't know what in the
That ain't
Harvey
good at all.
Weinstein is going on right there.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then the girls, they were a little more covered up. It was
But
the boys,
is that truly a girl though?
was a whole team of girls. They said in the
Well, I'm
videos.
talking about that in the red. Oh, damn, yeah. But I'm talking about that in the one you
Oh
showed
no, no,
before.
no, those were dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were
Um,
like part of the athletics team. So, but the girls were the Hooters. Uh, the cheerleaders wore the Hooters outfits because they got to be in sync and be coordinated. So the girls wore Hooters gear, but they were a little more covered up than the boys.
it's some sick mess going on. Welcome to
Like
the
the
show,
fact
Mark.
that they were able to do this and came up with this concept and they were on board with it because these programs, like they said, yeah, they welcome school creativity and their students, but somebody is on that faculty who's supporting it is like, we can't do that. Like, where was that person?
Probably been a long time tradition of that high school.
Exactly. And I think because, now they're in this, everybody wants to be insta famous. They got carried away and started posting things and didn't think about the ramifications of these images. I mean, and we're seeing all this stuff coming out after the Me Too movement. Everybody's going down for random stuff, no matter how small. But this right here is like, these are students.
Yeah.
Like, I remember being in college and we were coming up with ideas on trying to, do like these, what do you call them? Uh, where you try to make money for the school, for different
Uh,
events. I
Sock
forgot.
hops and
No, what do you call it when y'all know what I'm talking about, where you do events to make money.
oh,
Not a
selling
Yeah,
that
where like
candy
you
and
can
stuff.
sell cookies or whatever. So we were trying to think of
Bake
ideas.
sale, bake
No,
sales,
no,
and
you're talking about
oh, nothing.
individual stuff. Like, if there's actually a name for it,
No,
but you're raising money for stuff. Um,
no, okay.
I forgot the
To get
term for it,
the
but
prize that you never get, you
no,
sell so many. Oh, not that one. Oh,
no, just the event of raising money for events.
oh, okay.
If anybody knows what that's,
Oh, you talking about is it National Honor Society? No?
no, you're talking about like random stuff. Just stop. You're not
Okay.
gonna get there. You went way,
It been
way
30
left.
years.
Well, no,
um,
but anyway,
we'll have more than
it's
30.
just gonna drive me crazy. But fundraising. That's what fundraising.
That's what
So fundraising events. So we were thinking of ideas. And I was like, hey, why don't we, and mind you, we're in college. We're grown. And so I was like, hey, why don't we just like do raffle off people for their services? And, like do washing cars, carrying books, just random stuff. But they consider that like a form of slavery or prostitution. And so they didn't even want to do that, even though those weren't the services that were being provided, but they wanted to err on the side of caution. And again, we were adults, but they didn't want that to look poorly upon the school and the community if we're just selling people for their services, because that, when you say sell people on their services, it takes on a different connotation. And then there's always that one person who goes overboard. But but we had a person that we had to review these things with. you know, Everything didn't get green lighted. We didn't get the green light on a lot of things, and a lot of things were shot down. So that's why you do the bake sales and the raffles or whatever. Um, and clearly, that committee, they were just like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. They were just, let's just say, see naked kids, like all of them need to be reviewed and fired, and like it just doesn't make sense that not one person questioned the integrity of that, or just it's just crazy to me. It just boggles my mind.
Well, I know that it came out earlier today that the governor, they are investigating this incident. And hold on, let me do this before we go any further. I don't want no one to think we're not live, but we are live. Welcome to the show, Marcellus Smith, always supporting the show. Said good evening, y'all. Then he said in his bed,
Marcellus.
he's he said in his very white voice, Miss Risky, hello, my dear. So welcome to the show, Marcellus. And he asked, what in God's name is going on? It's a lot of people going to hell and gasoline draws. And that's what's going on. Um, so hopefully we can, man, somebody need to lose their job.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of them, again, like just looking at the images and the fact that this was an event, family, probably a lot more of the staff participated in this. Not one parent
Yeah,
came and complained. It was the public, the outcry from the public that got the attention of everybody. And it's just like, really? Because even in the letter, she's like, yeah, it was once I got pinged on the social media, and all these images came out. So if these images hadn't come out, we wouldn't have gotten a letter stating, "Oh, we're going to review all this information. Oh, the children." Da, da. No, we were just gonna, we're gonna do it bigger and better next year. That's what that sounds like to me.
yeah. And I'm looking at other photos of this incident, and it's one where the principal, they just took his first name off and just call him Happy. Uh, and he looked like he's still smiling
Ear to ear, like it
at
was a
at the
fun
mic.
event. They had the best time at this child molestation event.
I don't see how you can have a good time dealing with kids. Uh,
Well, again, clearly this seems like, I mean, the fact that the cheerleaders got matching outfits. So like, and they get their stuff like at a certain place and they're coordinated. The fact that they were all coordinated, this takes time, to get their sizes, all this stuff. So this has been like probably in the works for a few months. You know what I mean? Before
yeah,
this even happened. So everybody co-signed on this. This is a community event, faculty, staff, family, and the fact that you're a parent and your daughter's going out in Hooter shorts and your son's wearing lingerie.
I don't know. It just don't look. Hell, the parents probably helped them get it. Hold on, y'all.
Exactly.
Hold on. You are listening to Speak on It with Kurt Dog. I mean, who you are.
Who you are?
I promise you, I'm not drinking water. I know it's a red cup, but I'm not drinking. Um, let me do that again. Welcome. You are listening to Speak Up with Who You With Kurt Dog. I'm Who You With Kurt Dog. It's Thursday night. My little sister from another mother is in the house, Miss Risky. We're talking about this madness, this um, Harvey Weinstein um, event that happened at Hazard High School in Kentucky, where not only the principal, who is also the mayor of the city, took part in this grooming of
The
sexual
youth.
events. Um, so we want your opinion on it to see how you feel about it. You can call in 972 591 3665 972 591 3665. Please, if you call in, please do not um, block your number. Do not block it because I won't answer. If you please be respectful. I started laughing because Marcella Smith's talking about your sister and my baby.
And I started thinking about the quote from Anne Hathaway in A Devil Wears Prada. I'm not your baby. If you've never seen that movie, you should watch it. It's brilliant. But that's what I was thinking.
So you just
And
gonna
no wig today. This is all natural. I had to, let the girl hang out.
she doing natural. So what you sipping on? I'm drinking water.
Water, because my sinuses are draining and doing things, and clearly doing something to my throat.
Yeah, when I came home from work, I jumped in the shower, took a long hot shower, let that hot water run on my back, and I thought I had turned another faucet on. I was like, boy, the sinus is just draining. And so, but yeah, so let us know how y'all feel about Hazard High School. Do you think this is appropriate? Because last night I really wanted to come on, but I was exhausted and I didn't get a chance to come on. But I started receiving text message about this story, and I'm like, wow, which I was gonna do this story last night anyway. And I tried everything to do it, but I was just so exhausted, nose stopped up. I said, you know what? I'm going to bed. Yeah, took a shower, ate, took a shower, went to bed. So but let us know how you feel. I personally feel like this is wrong. It should be some type of legal charges coming out of this, because here it is, you're basically have a like a child sex ring going on.
Yeah, that's
You have
exactly what it is.
now these is not they demonstrating, but they actually rubbing up against the
Yeah, they were
grown
doing full
the
on lap
grown
dances.
folks, and rubbing one of the pictures, the guy sitting in a chair and he rubbing his stomach as he's illustrating he doing certain things, and that's just wrong with any child. Now if they was grown, I wouldn't even talk about it. But the fact that they allowed this to happen at the school, what message are you sending? What message are you giving the kids? And that's why I say, even Miss Risky says she seen another story. We wasn't able to get it confirmed, but look like this is not the first time. And then on top of that, since it's not the first time, uh, I feel this may have been going on for years in this school, in this little small town. They probably do this. They parents did it, and they just keep it going. And I know you're not gonna cuss, but I'm trying to get better. Um, but yes, it's wrong. It's
Yeah.
definitely wrong.
Because I
Um,
mean, again, a lot of these events, especially since it's usually it's a part of the athletics team that usually runs what happens at the homecomings and the events. And the fact that the girls had these outfits, and I guarantee you this was school sanctioned. They had somebody who made these outfits for them. It was a modified version of a Hooters outfit. But the girls, the cheerleaders, were more covered up than the boys. Like,
But
who bought the lingerie for the boys?
hold on
Like,
though.
mhm.
Look at the uh the young ladies walking in. Now, I think
Yeah,
one of them is
those are the
actually a
cheerleaders.
Hooters shirt because it had the owl on it. The one in the front. Now, the
Yeah,
one next to her, she indicating she carrying a beer
a
mug.
beer. Uh huh.
So,
Yeah,
who came up with this idea and thought it was a good idea to do something like this with kids?
right. And you
So,
see, like, there's faculty along the wall, and they're watching and observing. Like, nobody thought that this was wrong. And I mean, the fact that they had these outfits, because, when you're a cheerleader, you have to be consistent and same all across the board. Like, you have, like, from seniors to juniors to whatever, they have a uniform. And then, like I said, the fact that the boys, like, where did they get the lingerie from? Like, for real. Because I know they're not walking into Victoria's Secrets or borrowing their mama's drawers to try to
they
do
might
these
be.
things. Like, some tell me they mamas in Kentucky ain't that fit. Like, those are small drawers. It would probably fall off of them if it was. I'm just saying. I know I'm being stereotypical, but
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 show the picture with the principal is smiling while the
where
young
he
man
getting the
is
lap dance with somebody in
well
the
well the young
soccer and yeah,
he's
in the
standing up
park.
and the young man is bending over.
Yeah,
Show that picture. I want to point
I
out
just did.
something.
Oh, you
Okay.
want
That
me to
one right
keep it?
there. Yeah. Okay. You can see, look like the people behind them have on outfits. I see a couple of angels, bunny ears. And then you see the brother that is
He's like, "What is
over
this
his right
bow
shoulder.
Kanaki
He looking like he said he on look like
The
he on the phone like
caucasity of it all.
look like he on the phone like mama, you ain't finna believe this shit that is going on right
No,
now.
he's actually like got his hand. It looks like he's got his hand on his head, like trying to figure out
Okay, his phone
what is this?
is in his hand.
Yeah. So he's just because his phone's there, and he's like, "Lord have mercy, what is this?"
I
It's
can't
like
believe
this is
this shit.
my first
And
year at this school.
I'm standing right behind this fool doing this, and
And that's our principal.
I'm
And he
getting
probably thinking he gave me a detention pass for being late, and he getting grinded off because he was like he's the only black student there. But yeah, I mean they got it's like even on the other side you see. Hold on, let me go down there where it goes. These I'm trying to see if I can zoom in on it. All right, so you can see there's people on the other side,
yeah.
just sitting enjoying the scene. They're everywhere. Uh, somebody getting spanked. I don't know if it's a student, teacher, or reverse. I don't know what's going on there.
I I that principal is smiling too hard, way
But yeah,
too
there
hard.
was another picture of him, and he's like standing somewhere in.
With
Yeah,
the
it's just a
microphone in
lot of
his
stuff,
hand.
huh?
Is that woman on a walker?
What are you looking at?
Well, on the first photo, it says it's 11 on there. It's the sixth picture on that. Um,
I'm in like I don't even know which link you're in because there's several links
the one that you sent me from the UK.
of the UK. Uh,
It looked like it's a
yeah,
woman.
that one I don't have that on my phone. I sent that through the
Okay,
computer. So
okay, but it looked like a woman on the walker. She just smiling and laughing. why the young man in the pink I guess twerking or something. I don't know.
Where are you saying that at?
It was the one that you sent me. Uh
Oh, okay. No, I see now. I didn't scroll that far down. Oh, Lord. You know what? I gotta take a picture of this to show because I did not see that at all. But no, I think she's actually just leaning on something because she looks like she's just having the best time of her
oh yeah,
life.
she loving it. She remember when
Like,
they
oh,
did when,
hold on. I'm gonna do a couple. I'm just taking some screenshots because I didn't know there was like 5,000 more pictures. Uh, I stopped because I didn't want Chris Hansen coming to knock on my door, asking me if I want lemonade and some cookies.
Marcella's talking about okay, back to the jokes. Why they didn't allow
And that's
this
the
when I
one
was
he's
in
talking about.
school?
Like she's just doubled over, like laughing, having a good old time. I think she's just leaning on like a table or
But
something.
that's
I don't know.
it's another
Yeah.
one. Okay, yeah, that one. That one. No, she look like she got some of those two wheelers, one of those walkers or something.
Well, no, no, because if you zoom in, it's like a tray. It's not a walker because
Oh,
whatever
okay.
it is, it's got a roller. So she's just doubled over on it, just laughing hysterically on it. Like it's not a walker. Like I don't know what that is, like a bench or something. Because
Yeah,
there's a
T
wooden
Cal is in the
table.
house. Welcome to the show, T Cal. Thank you for always tuning in, supporting the show. We talking about this madness that happened at Hazard High School in Hazard, Kentucky, where not only the principal, who is also the mayor, took part of it. That's some BS right there. Um,
In the words of my late friend Lawanda, that's some bukkake.
yeah, that is because I'm like, this is some crazy mess.
And the
And
fact that it's going down now.
Marcellus said some of the best. He said, "I'm not racist, but this could not take place at a black school. It definitely won't.
At all.
It will be a different headline. Principal got his ass whooped by the parents for holding a sex trafficking trap or whatever you want to call it.
Well,
It would
it
have been
probably
a
wouldn't even
different.
be that. It'll probably be on like they just probably make it seem like it's a typical, oh, this is why, the funding for these schools, like they make everything racist. Because you can't even do a drill team or the girls can't wear like the tights and strut down the field without being over sexualized. And you got girls tumbling in little bloomers, at white schools. It's like, what's the difference? They're doing the same thing. It's just for school spirit. So they would blow it all up. Like we don't even get a chance to even do anything without it being scrutinized. So yeah, that wouldn't have happened at a black school. And we definitely wouldn't have had the support of the community and the faculty and staff.
Exactly.
Like Daquan, go home with that. Like we can't wear anything.
Can you
Not a
imagine?
dress code.
Can you imagine a child going to their parents talking about, "Hey, mom and dad, they want a male pageant. We're gonna be twerking, giving lap dances to the staff at the school."
But a black student wouldn't even say that. They'd be like, "Yo, can I get some money? I need to buy some lingerie or some thongs." And then that's when the questions occur, because we don't be like, "Oh, we're gonna do all this and that." They were like, "Man,
How
I
much
gotta buy some
I'm getting paid?
lingerie," and somebody's parents gonna be like, "Hey, paying $30 for my son to wear." You know what I mean? Like that's how that conversation would go. And then they go to the school. What is the meaning of this? And then they get
Exactly.
all their friends
What's the
on
what's the
social
meaning
media,
of all of this?
right, with their
They'll
nails
they'll change it.
cracking. You want my son? captain of the football team to wear lingerie. Like
And
that's how that was.
not only that, the news would make it it's a bad situation, but they will heighten it much more. They would
Yeah,
talk about this every day, and that principal would have lost his job as the mayor and the principal the same day. It wouldn't have been no investigation. It
right.
would have been like, hey, that shit is
And then the
wrong. You
students
out of
partaking
here.
in it, they probably would have had been expelled or suspended in some way for
Each
participating
one
in
of
it.
them.
Like it would go all across the board at a black school. Like everybody would lose something out of that. But like I said, Hazard High School, this took months of planning because even just remembering back in your high school days, prom took a few months to plan out and get sponsorships and all this stuff. All these things, these like you have panels that you have to go to say, all right, this is our theme. This is what we're gonna do. We need supplies. All right, let's plan it. And then you get the okay, you do that. The fact that the cheerleaders had their gear together, the boys had, and I guarantee you, the boys probably didn't come out of pocket with this stuff.
Probably didn't.
They probably had one of them car washes where they were like in their short shorts and washing cars, like in those movies, getting off to
And
pay for it.
Marcella said the headline reads Black principal of Trap House High School was arrested for reenacting Hazard High School incident. That's basically what it would be like. They would the media would cover this if it was a black school. Every time you cut the news on, they'll be talking about it. They will heighten it up because the situation is bad. It doesn't make a difference if it's a white school, diverse school, black school. It doesn't matter. These are the kids of our future. They should not be exposed to this type of environment,
Yeah,
especially by the ones that's supposed to be leading and guiding
mentoring.
them the right way. It's wrong either way you go.
Yeah,
And each one of these adults that agreed to do this need to be held accountable because you cannot have kids exposing them to this.
right. And the fact that they had a committee, because there's always a committee, they co-signed this and thought it was a brilliant idea. Like,
That's
who are these people? That's
that's
what caught
because
the drama.
they probably did it when they was in school.
Right. Like the fact that even in the letter, they were like, "Oh, we're, like the superintendent was like, well, it was just brought to my attention with all the media postings. So if this hadn't gone viral,
Nothing would have
nothing
been
would
said.
happen. Just another day. We had a fun event. It was great. We're gonna do it again next year. Let's see how we can up the antes.
And this time we'll put it on our own social media.
Like for real. Put it on
And
Trump's new social media that he's trying to start.
oh Lord, you finna bring out the trolls because I had a lot of them the other day. Gabe came on the other night when I was talking about Cal Rittenhouse, and he told somebody, "Doug, are you ready?" or somebody. Yeah, the trolls to come out. I don't care. Uh, but T. Cal said, "Net popping, lips smacking, and head shaking." Said, "No, it's because they are the parents that wore." uh, blackface and thought it was okay. Yeah, eh, they do that. They feel like it's okay. What matter of fact, let's put a notice out there. We understand it's going to be Halloween on Sunday. Don't get your ass whooped disrespecting somebody race by wearing a blackface. Uh, Even in one of those photos, I seen a kid sitting there with a poncho and a big hat on. So don't do that type of stuff. Don't be disrespectful doing these type of things and think it's okay and it's funny and it's games. It's disrespectful. And in this day and time, somebody gonna whoop your ass.
Right.
I'm
And then
just
also,
saying.
like, because they always bring out, what about the Wayans? They did the white girls, and what about Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle? They did whiteface. It's like, that's different. Like, they didn't do it in an exaggerated way. It was a character.
And it
When
was
white folks
fun.
do it, y'all be exaggerating features, making it more animalistic like and making buffoons. Like they're embodying characters and making a caricature of a certain group of like not necessarily all white people, but a certain subgroup in that race of people. You know, like white girls or white chicks. That was a certain group of women that they targeted. It wasn't all white people. You know, Eddie Murphy did
Exactly.
it and had it was a funny scene, but it nothing was over exaggerated, and he didn't make anybody look like an idiot. He wasn't mocking anybody. It was just a character of a certain type of person. White people do it, they all of a sudden it's like the big lips, the hair, and they always like that is not all black people. Like y'all take something and y'all just go way left with it. And y'all do it to mock and to poke fun instead of
Exactly.
celebrate and point out certain characteristics. So like be more thoughtful,
And
which that never crosses those people's minds that do that. They're like, it's all in fun.
I'm just saying, this day and time, don't do it because you mess around and go to somebody's house that don't think it's a joke and get your ass whipped.
Like I remember back in college days, there was a big bald headed dude, and like they said he was a sharecropper because he looked like Bubba Ray, da da da, dark skin, whatever. Talking to him, da 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 da, having a good time. My Hispanic friend's like, that's a white dude, right? And I was like, now there's a right way to do it and a wrong way. He actually did it the right way because I had no idea that he was like actually in traditional blackface because he just had on darker, like it wasn't like overly black or da da da. Because I thought he was just a brother in overalls, but I was also drinking too. So, but
Hey,
no, it wasn't like exaggerated because I had to do a triple take, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're a white dude. All right, more power to you because it wasn't done in a malicious way. He wasn't making fun. Matter of fact, he wasn't making he didn't do a voice. He was just regular dude who just in a sharecropper. He was just that. Like if you take a character and do it in a creative way, I'm all for that. But
yeah.
most people don't know how to do that without acting a fool.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I've known some white guys that was very hip. Uh, they didn't play that type of game. They actually, matter of fact, I work with one now. Sometimes he get the calling out old school songs and stuff. Talking about, man, you remember this? Sparkle in my eyes. I be like, what the hell about it? But he just a natural, and it's a lot of people that actually naturally have it. You didn't see him, you wouldn't realize he was a white guy, but he was just that. He's that cool, and it's like that is
But
totally.
also, he would probably take his favorite character. Let's say he likes Michael Jackson. He grew up listening to him. He wanted to be Michael Jackson for, like the old school Michael Jackson before he turned, the vanilla Igo. But even when they do the thriller, a lot of races of people do it in a way where they don't do anything to their face. They get the wig, they get the glove, and they get the loafers and the jacket, and they moonwalk across the room. That's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, don't have to
Joe
tell me.
Blow over there with no sense. He'll get the tar black makeup with the red. Like they take it and make a mockery of it. and that's the whole thing, like, why we take offense to a lot of things. It's like the taste level, like, there's like, they have none. Like, they're
Exactly.
just, making a mockery of it, like, it's okay to, wanna dress up and be one of your idols. I mean, we're not walking around, in whiteface, dressing up as, like,
Elvis.
what right, Elvis. We have Black, Asian, all the Elvis, we have the wig and the gold lame, jumpsuit, and you do the lip. That's it. You go to
Mm,
Vegas, they're all shapes and sizes and races. Nobody's doing a white face Elvis. And the fact that the people doing blackface can't understand that concept just boggles my mind. But if you're gonna do it right without making a mockery and being outwardly disrespectful to a race of people.
exactly. More.
That's the only thing. So that's why everybody's on alert. Why y'all all can't do it because some of y'all don't have sense. So they ruined it
Exactly.
for you.
And Marcella said, "This sounds like a traditional thing. High need to be shut down, made in a strip club."
I mean, that's what it was. I don't know if they
Yeah.
should be shut down, but they need investigators and everybody needs to be either suspended or fired.
Yeah. I think the mayor need to lose both his jobs.
Like for real. Like the fact
Mr.
that you
Happy
run the city and you think it's okay to get a lap dance from your students in
kids,
laundry.
little boys at that. Uh, TCal
Like,
said, please give that PSA. Um, Marcella said, I wish they would. I'm going to take my loss and go to jail. I'm going to channel my inner Mike Tyson. Shit, you let somebody, trust me, y'all will know. You let somebody show up here Sunday in a black face or in a white face. eh, If it's not natural, don't do it.
right.
T Cal said, and White Chicks has a storyline as to why they were white face. Yes, it did.
Right. And
Because
again, it was representative of a small subculture of that type of white chick. Like, not all
exactly.
white women are that valley girl and talk like the vocal frying from Calabasas. No, that's not
Because
what that was.
in case you never seen it, basically they went
Undercover
undercover to protect two young ladies that was very wealthy and trying to protect them. So they went undercover as white chicks.
as those women they were protecting.
Exactly. So it wasn't like they were just dressing up to be them to make fun of them. So yeah, that's a good point, T Cal. Um, I know we have a couple of more stories we're gonna hit on, um, but we also gonna hit on um, Halloween Sunday. Want to know what's going on? Stand by. You are listening to Speak On It with Kurt Dog. I'm M. Who you with, Kurt Dog? You can. I don't know why I keep messing. uh, we are live, so if you listening to this on Anchor.fm, I know you listening to the recording, but you know what I always say. But it's Thursday night. My little sister from another mother's in the house, Miss Risky. We talking about things that happened at Hazard High School in Kentucky, where not only the principal, but also the mayor of the city uh, took pride to be a part of the
Homecoming
madness
event.
of the homecoming madness event. I get dance from little kids, and the governor is also investigating this, which I personally feel like this is not the first time this have happened. And I think now, due to social media, it got out because somebody went viral once they put that video out.
I mean,
or
the
the
fact that
pitching side.
UK is talking about it,
Yeah,
like the
all the way
Sun
from
Press,
UK, they talking about it. But
the
here's
Sun
the
is
key:
talking about it.
we're talking about it, but now we need actions about it. Some things need to happen. This principal Flash Mayor need to lose his job. It need to be some charges come out behind it because no matter how you look at it, these are kids. These are kids that this should never happen. This is our
Like they
future.
groom them to be over sexualized and to use their bodies for fun. Like you
Exactly.
just ruined their childhood. Like in no way, shape, or form was that okay.
Exactly. So hopefully it's just come out. We will continue to follow this story, which is very I, I, I don't know. Like I said earlier, hell, if that was my child's school, it's gonna be some ass whooping going on. Cause he
Right.
looked
Like
like he
that
enjoyed
wouldn't
it.
have even gotten passed. Like as soon as my child came home, I need money to buy some lingerie. For what? Child.
Exactly.
And I get you could probably order it on Amazon or whatever, but if I'm all in like doing my due diligence as a parent, I get all the alerts on every Amazon notification. You know what I mean? Like I almost got my niece in trouble one year. Like thigh high boots.
Where
What
you
are we
going?
doing as child?
Uh, no, I would have been like, I'm like Marcellus. I'm gonna check out my inner Tyson because it's finna be whooping going on. Talking about the young Mike Tyson, where the matches was the first. If you blink, it was over. So
Before the ear biting,
yeah, before the air biting.
we
I
got
can't
hungry.
I can't say that too loud. I might run into Mike. He might be like, what you say about me? Yeah, I bite your ear. Bite that meat in the back of your head.
He
Mike,
probably vegan now. He ain't biting nobody's ears.
I don't know. I always liked Mike because when he in his prime, he came
Mhm.
out like a Russian bull. He came straight for you. Bam, bam, bam. Fight over. I know one time
A
I was
Russian bull? Aren't all bulls just like
a
what's the
raging
difference
bull,
between a Russian
a raging
bull
bull.
and a regular a raging? It's like a Russian.
I don't.
A Russian.
Yeah, I was talking fast, but yeah, Mike was great at his prime, and I think he still is. The low that acting they did several earlier this year, him and I forgot the guy name, but Mike wanted to really fight, but the other guy he was like, Mike, we only playing around. We just trying to make a little money. I got this light bill due. But Mike, he wanted to fight. Matter of fact, I heard that he was training to fight what's that guy that been this so called internet star that been beating the guys in boxing. I forgot his name.
Logan Paul,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, something like that. But
I don't think they would be in the same weight class.
I
Like
believe,
whatever.
if I'm not mistaken, I thought I seen, yeah, Mike Tyson getting ready to fight him. Soon as I put Mike Tyson in, it came up uh, with certain rules so Logan doesn't die.
Well, clearly certain rules because they're not even in the same weight class. And Logan, was it Logan Paul or Paul Logan? Whatever his name
Logan
is.
Paul.
He's very tall and Mike is not. So his reach is, it wouldn't like I don't think it would be even entertaining to watch because, Mike would have to get in close and he's got a longer reach. It wouldn't be that entertainment, unless he wore him out and then got a few licks in, but I wouldn't watch.
Uh, It said Logan Paul. This happened 5 hours ago. Logan Paul slaps heckler after Mike Tyson question, and they say with certain rules, so Logan doesn't die. His Mike Tyson catches it match. I'm
I
like
mean, but
this.
didn't he have a match with somebody else and they had to water it down?
Roy Jones Jr. Marcellus just put it up in the chat. Tell me a lot of laugh. Roy Jones forgot about Tyson Tiger mentality. Tyson, I think he can still do it.
Well, like I said, he would have to actually get in close to do the 1-2, you know, because Logan's tall, like way tall. He's got like a foot, like 2 feet. How tall is Mike Tyson? 5'9", 5'8"?
Let me see.
And Logan Paul is like 6 foot something, almost. He's
Yeah,
super
but
tall and lean and long, and he's got a long reach. So he would be able to land some punches on Mike, but Mike would have to do trickery and to do some things to get up in there.
wait a minute, Mike
Compared
Tyson
to-
5'10"?
Is he? Well, sometimes they add inches even
Yeah,
along
because
the
I
line
do.
because
It
they said that Tom Cruise was 5'10". I was like, no, he's not.
it
He's
depends
5'8".
on the day. Uh,
Like with lifts. It's like his ex-wife was 5'10". He was 5'6" or 5'8", if
now,
that.
now, what you got to realize with Mike Tyson, he could take a punch. Logan
Well, I'm
Paul,
not even saying that, but it's like he wouldn't get as many punches in because Logan Paul got that reach. He would actually have to get close to him to land some good valid punches.
well, he can because Tyson had fought tall people before. What was that guy named? Um, golly, uh, what was the guy named that Tyson fought? I know Holyfield. He's 6'2", but it was another guy. Uh, golly, I
Yeah, but
remember seeing that fight. Um,
Mayweather is a little more. He's younger. I don't think Mike has the speed anymore. Like he's got still probably the power, but I don't
you
think he
haven't
would have
seen
that speed to get. I don't know.
you haven't
But
seen
I
Mike
don't know.
Tyson work out? Shit.
I don't pay attention to boxing. I don't like boxing. I don't believe in it. Like it makes no sense that somebody wants to get punched in the face for money.
Put it like
But
this:
that's just me.
Mike Tyson. I seen a video of him when before the Roy Jones. That's why they had to push that match back because Tyson was training and Tyson looked like his early days. Roy Jones said, "Hold on, you for real? Let me train a little bit longer." So um, Tyson still got it, and I'm trying to think of this guy name. Um, it wasn't Buster Douglas, but it was a big tall guy. Tyson won the title from Bruno. Was it Bruno or something like that? That dude was pretty tall. Um, golly, Marcellus, help me out. I know you probably know, but it was some guy that Mike did. Now, see, with Mike get close enough to Logan, it's over.
Right, because he's got power.
Exactly. And just
But
because a boxer is
it's just
tall,
like I understand the physics and all that of the boxing realm, but it's like it would. I don't think it would be that entertaining of a match if Logan's got the long reaches. He's like you'd have to wait for him to wear himself out because of his long reach, and he'll connect more, and Mike would have to work more efficiently to land some punches. So I don't know, but that's just my opinion. So what's your next story?
oh, uh, Hold on. Now I'm trying to think of this boxer that Tyson.
Mm.
Golly, it was one of his.
You can pick it up later or like
Yeah,
look
I
into
have
it.
to do
But
that
like, just
later because um, and he fought Larry Holmes. Larry
I don't
Holmes
know who
wasn't
that
a
is.
yeah, he wasn't a short guy.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know any of these people.
mm, I know. We didn't even plan on talking about none of that. Um, I had to pull my other story off. Which one was it?
Mhm.
The um, the one here locally, or okay. I'm just asking 'cause I know you said you
Oh, you
didn't.
didn't tell me. I don't know. I just know you mentioned you want to hit on two more stories, but I don't know what those stories were.
Okay, hold on. Um, okay, here it is. Now early it was I think it was last year. Um, I talked about this story, and um, we was in talk to actually have someone knew more information about it. I was actually um, reached out. Someone reached out to me about the story um, about this happened in Georgia, where a young man was shot 76 times by the police, and the mother have been um, advocate to get her son case investigated. So we hit on this story a while back, and it came out yesterday. Jamaron Robertson is the young man name. He was shot 76 times. And the mother had been protesting, trying to get his case investigated. And this happened in 2016. And
Why are we
because
always
of
riddled with bullets? You know, we're the only race of people where everybody on the force and other precincts got to land a shot on somebody dark skin. A white man just gets taken down to a chest wound
a
or
Burger King,
shoulder. You know, like I don't understand.
they just
Like,
killed uh, a multitude of people and they get taken to Burger King or something. But
right.
with not a scratch on them. Kind of like the guy in Oklahoma City that killed the two cops. And yeah, he had a couple of bruises on him, but they threw him into the jailhouse after killing two cops. But this particular incident happened in 2016. So the Fulton County grand jury on Tuesday indicted two officers in the 2016 death of Jamaron Robertson, who was shot 76 times during a law enforcement raid on his girlfriend East Point apartment. Um, in addition to two counts of felony murder, Eric A. Hines and Christopher L. Hutchin were each indicted on six other counts: aggressive assault, burglary, and two counts each of making false statement in violation of oath by a public officer. Hines is the assistant chief inspector with the U.S. Marshal Southeast Regional Fugitive Task Force. Um, cool. Um, Hines is a Clayton County police officer who was working as a task force officer with the U.S. Marshal Service during the incident. Neither was in custody late Tuesday. On July the 28th, 2016, Robertson was inside the apartment with a fugitive task force made up of law enforcement and federal authorities arrived. At the time, a U.S. Marshal Service spokesman said officers were attempting to serve a warrant on Robertson from Atlanta police and Gwinnett County Police. According to East Point Police, Robertson fired a shot at officer who returned fire. Robertson was shot 76 times and died. He was 26 at the time. Robertson family has said he suffered from mental illness. His mother, Materia Robertson, has never stopped fighting for her son. telling the Atlanta Journal-Constitution in 2020 that former Fulton District Attorney Paul Howard failed my family after promising to indict the officer involved. However, um, said Howard said the investigation was hamstrung by the refusal of officers to cooperate in the absence of body cam footage. My son's body is all the body cam you need, Robertson said. I wake up every day with anxiety. I've been in fight mode ever since my son was killed. I want closure, but when Howard lost his position in to Fannie Willis, the new DA promised swifter action and made Willis vow to quickly have resolution on police shooting case such as Robertson. The district attorney officer declined to discuss the indictment on Tuesday. Well, in another story I read, they was talking about this in detail about it. Um, it was very disturbing after a um, investigation of a private investigator. It came out that either one of the officers or both of the officers allegedly stood for Mr. Robertson and shot and killed him, regardless of being shot 76 times. Now, here it is. People ask us the question, why do we talk about cases like this so much? Because if we don't talk about it, mainstream media won't talk about it. When it's dealing with a black person, they don't want to talk about it. So yes, we actually have to talk about it and bring
Because
highlight
it'll
to
keep
it.
happening, and it keeps on happening until we bring it up.
Exactly. So with that being said, I'm glad uh, closure is starting to happen for this family. A lot of people have failed in this situation, but at the same time, we also, as a community, need to hold our elected officials and also um, our police department accountable. And in
And
this
they're
situation,
supposed to be held at a higher standard than we are.
exactly,
Because if say you and I got into an altercation and I shoot you like 30 times,
why it can
I
be
would,
that other
I
way.
that would be like overkill. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly,
they would throw the book at me because they were like, we get if you felt threatened, couple of shots, fine, but 30 and all the extras, that was unnecessary. He was already down. Like
exactly.
and the fact that he had all those bullets, what you said, 70 something times,
76 shots.
76 shots. Like
Now,
that's unnecessary. That's ridiculous.
let me clear up something. They saying that he fired a shot, but
And that's fine. But once
hold
a
on,
person's down,
hold on. But the gun that he supposedly had fired a shot with was inoperable. Did not work.
but it doesn't matter because it's implied if you have a weapon, it's capable of shooting. You're in fear of your life. Couple of shots, bam, bam, suspects down. But not everybody and their mama have to
76
reload
shots.
and shoot. I mean, come on now. That's
Now,
overkill.
I did see the video because when I was contacted about it, I did go back and research the story. It been months since it was brought to me. It may even been last year. I don't even know for sure. But I seen the video that one of the neighbors had actually recorded, not the shooting, but you can hear the shooting going on in that apartment. And it's a sad situation, but to that mother, Miss Robinson, thank you for fighting for your child. Even though you lost him, you continue to fight. And people ask, what do protesting do? I've seen videos where she was sometimes the only one in front of the courthouse protesting, or a small group of people out there with her protesting. And people ask, what do protesting do? It make change. It puts your foot on someone's neck to do something about the situation. What's the investigation? She got it. But the grand jury decided to indict those two officers. So she did a job well done. And congratulations to you. Continue to fight. I know this is only the beginning of it. For the simple fact, trials are gonna have to happen. Just like the trial with Ahmaud Arbery, the murderers that killed him, jury selection going on. They changing stuff in that. We're gonna have to talk about that on a later day. Cal Rittenhouse, his trial getting ready to start. How they trying to change things and don't want to call the victims victims. Well, guess what? They are victims. So that's what we're gonna have to do is continue to talk about this, bring highlights to stories like this, and encourage those families. Um, if we may not be there physically, but we can all pray for them and just say, hey, you know what? I'm here for it. I can help them out by talking about it on the show because we need people to stand up in the gap for us. So, but it's been a wonderful night tonight, Miss Risky. I know. Let the people know where they can find you at.
I am all over social media at RSKEE. I pretty much live on Instagram, not so much TikTok, but you can find me on TikTok, Snapchats, um, rskeebooks.com. You can check out my works. RSKEE at yahoo.com if you want to send me a message. Send some ideas for a history lesson. Like I said earlier, not going to be doing history. Going to be focusing on our getting information on our end of year subject, the different laws, and try to get that going. So that's yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's great. And and I'm gonna put it out here again. If y'all want to know the holidays are coming up, and Miss Risky do a lot of hard work. If y'all want to show her some love, hit her cash app up at Risky Books, $ Risky Books. Hit it up because Miss Risky do a lot of great things on the show behind the scene. Um, and she always check me too. So,
I'm
but
always what?
always checking me. You can't do that. Okay. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You can find me on social media. Unfortunately, I'm not on there as much. So if you really want to reach me, hit me in my inbox because that's the quickest way of doing it. No matter which platform it's on, hit me in the inbox. And I'm gonna do some more TikTok. Maybe we need to do a TikTok on Sunday, a Halloween TikTok or something.
I
You and I.
don't know how that's gonna happen.
Oh, you got plans?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do a TikTok. Let's do a TikTok this weekend, and one day we'll do something. Do a TikTok, 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 TikTok. No, but other than that, Sunday night, as of right now, I'm saying we're not doing a show because wifey have other plans. So I'll be gotta take care of home. So but we will be back on Monday. You can still reach out to me. And once again, I want to tell my baby girl, happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Be safe. 21 years old. 21. Man, that's a
You
blessing.
have a whole
So
adult.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, 21 years old. That's my baby girl. So I love you. Enjoy your vacation until um, Monday night. Monday night. I'll be back if the good Lord say the same. Until then, love each and every one of you.